Buddy. Wow, two people already here. Oh my, happy Monday. Hope you guys had a great weekend. It was a cold one where I'm at, so it could have been better, but weekends are always good. So I'm just going to go wait for a couple people to come in and just shut down the exhaust. You guys can hear me. So I'm having a little bit of an exciting morning. What's up, Pro Pyro? Happy Monday. Thanks for being here. I just unboxed my Pulse Pro, and I I'm a very anxious human being, and wow, did that make me anxious. Not setting it up. Setting it up was like too easy, just making the connection, setting up on your Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, but opening up the app and just looking at the first report, I think I got a heart attack. I'm like, oh my God, what does it all mean? I finally felt like I'm things out. I'm getting comfortable with certain things, and now it made me super uncomfortable. But that's okay because that's what makes you grow, right? So I'm excited. It's going to be a great tool and help me. But man, I let myself get intimidated sometimes by certain things so much. Um, like growing, for example, and I'm glad that I didn't let the intimidation get the best of me because I do anything in life, right? But in order to level up my garden, I'm going to use the Pulse Pro, and I'm going to need to learn how to look at the reports and understand them and act based on the data. And look at the reports right now are just ay, ay, ay. It's going to be a little of a learning curve, but I'm sure I will learn it in no time. So it's all good, you guys. But I am excited and I am going to show it to you. I set it up, I hung it. I don't know if it's in a good spot, honestly. I'm so not careless, but I'm like, I rush through things a lot. So I didn't even read where you should put it. I watched like a couple of YouTube this morning, but nothing crazy. And I just set it up and, well, just the ground running, you guys. That's kind of the way I do things. I just hit the ground running. Um, what's up, Mia Lifestyle? Happy Monday. Thank you so much for joining. Hi, Spanish Dre. So yeah, Pulse Pro, this thing is going to be great. So these are all the things it monitors. So we've got CO2, PAR, PPFD, light spectrum, temperature, humidity, PD, and dew point. So that is going to really, really help me level things up in here and get a clear picture of what's happening. Because honestly, other than I've got a probe on either side of it with just temperature and humidity reading. I have a probe on my humidifier that connects to the Vivo Sun app where I can also get a humidity reading, but I don't have anything that monitors anything else. So this is where the Pulse Pro comes in, and I definitely think that it's going to be a great addition to the Grow Tent. I'm really, really excited. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna take you guys for a little walk around and show you. Just got to be my own moderator here. You got some weirdos in chat sometimes. All right, so yeah, this weekend I get done. I took all of my zinnia flower starts out of the buckets, so now I've got some space back in the bucket. So you know what that means. We're gonna grow more. And I took everything, I put it in soil yesterday after we got off the live, and I've been trying to water it and monitor. They're looking rough, you guys. They were much happier in the aeroponic system, so I think they'll be okay. Today's the first day they're going to go outside. Once I start hardening them off outside, I'm not bringing them back to the tent. So once I bring them outside, I need to be sure they will be coming back inside overnight. It's just they're not going to be coming back into the tent because once they hit outside, it's off limits for the tent, guys. No outside stuff inside, and only inside stuff outside. So yeah, that is what we got done this weekend. I did a lot of pruning, a lot of cleaning up, Decided to leave some of the flower plants in the buckets just because I want to see them grow aeroponically. We're going to do a little side by side, see how it goes in soil versus in the aeroponic system. And yeah, that being said, I'll take you guys on a little tour. Keep blocking those weirdos, lol. I do. I have no problem putting people in timeout if they can't behave. All right. First things first, you guys, look at that. Do I even need to put out? Look at it. Look at it. It's so big. That's what she said. I'm just kidding. That is my straight 8 cucumber. I'm so excited. It's getting literally every day it grows like crazy. I can't believe it. So I'm so excited for that. We've got the little baby one. I don't know if it's going to grow. We'll see. I've heard or I've read that, what's up, Gaged Grower? Happy Monday. What am I growing, Spanish Dre? I'm growing cucumbers, tomatoes, peppers. I've got flowers, lettuce. I'll take you guys on a tour and show you. But anyways, this is the cucumber. It is doing so good. And then we had our third flower that had opened up, but then it shriveled up and died. So what's up, G4T? Happy Monday. Thanks for hanging out. So yeah, with cucumbers, either the plant is too young and it's not ready to produce more than one fruit at a time because it just doesn't have the energy, or it's not at that stage yet, or it could be not enough light or not enough water. I've been playing around with all the things just to see which is the culprit. So we're going to find out, and I'm going to keep you guys posted. MF Cologne, what's up? Isn't it excellent progress? You guys, I'm so excited. I can't contain my smile. Anyways, this is the orange grow tower. It's doing so freaking well. I can start to harvest these and eat them now, which is perfect timing because we're going to clean out the green tower, harvest everything, make a nice big freaking salad and enjoy it, and get ready to start some new stuff. All our stuff that we germinated last week is already sprouted, so we're just going to make sure that we give them a nice balance of oxygen and humidity, and we're going to get them in the green tower once we get the green tower cleaned up. Strawberries, thriving. Mustard, thriving. Sage, you guessed it, thriving. Everything is just doing so well. We got, well, I got to clean up this algae that's leaking here, but we got our little parsleys, and so yeah, everything's looking really good. Moving on down the line, we've got our zinnia flower here. It's starting to reach the end of its life cycle, not the plant, just the flower. So normally at this point you'd cut it, and if not, you can actually let it go to seed. But the more you cut, so if I were to cut flower, I'll probably have 3 grow back tomorrow. So that would be very cool. I'm just holding off because I just want to see if it's going to grow anymore. Normally these petals stack even more and it becomes kind of like a ball or like a cupcake. So curious to see what's going to happen with that. And then we've got that one right there that about to bloom. I hope it's a different variety because, to be honest, I ordered a bunch of colors and sometimes the first flower isn't the most vibrant of colors, and it's pretty, but I don't love it. So I'm ready for other ones to bloom. Get sick of things very quick. All right, guys, I'm not used to it. I just whacked my head on it, but there it is. The Pulse Pro. I don't even know if I hung it right or if I set up right. Well, I know I set it up right. I made the connection, downloaded the app, and downloaded the app, connected it to my Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, and now I just need to learn how to read these reports and figure out what the heck is going on in this environment. Thank you, G4T. I'm very proud of my aeroponic flower. I was telling everybody yesterday that a lot of people pay a premium for long stem flowers, and so when I've grown outside, the flowers open when they're about this height, and so I can't believe this one got so tall. If I were to remove the leaves and pick the flower, it'd be a nice long stem. People would pay for that. Watermelon's doing great. This one has grown so much since we transferred it. Got some nice roots coming out the net pots. This one a little bit slower, but you can see some new growth kind of at the top there. There we go. So these are sugar baby watermelons. They take a lot of time to grow. Don't even know if I'll get more than one per plant. What's up, Finding Keepers? Yes, moving on up with my Pulse Pro. Peppers. The peppers are doing so well, guys. I kind of increased the water just slightly yesterday again. It was on for 20 seconds, off for a minute, and I think that could have been a little on the less frequent side, or sorry, yes, less frequent side, because fruit's starting to produce, things might need more water. So we've got a lot of flowers opening up here. Gotta look at that pepper in there. It's so big, like for such a baby pepper, it's already growing so large, and it hasn't even started growing yet. This is the petals are coming off, and already the size of the pepper is just pretty large. So I don't know if it's because I topped it, pinched all the buds off multiple times. I've done so many different things that I'm not really sure what to accredit that growth to, but wow. Oh my gosh, I almost knocked over all my flower soil. Looking a little rough, got them in the cell tray and soil. I made a huge mess yesterday in true Fresh Princess fashion. And we'll get these outside today. It's going to be full sun. Going to get them out for today is going to be 1 hour, tomorrow 2 hours, and so on and so forth. Every day I'll add an hour, and then hopefully by next weekend I'll plant them and they'll spend their first night outside. Tomatoes are doing great. They still have a ways to go. I have ones that have reached pretty much their full size, but they still have to ripen. And I've been pruning consistently. I did it 3 days ago, and I've got to do it again. It's getting kind of bushy up here, so want to make sure I have good air circulation and that everything is properly taken care of. And then I keep forgetting that the yellow grow tower is set up now. I got too much going on, so obviously mess of a tower, but we're working on it every day. We're eating a little bit, and parsley. We've got a lot of parsley growing. We did this on last Monday, so it's been 1 week since we transferred them to the grow tent or to the tower, and we've got first true leaves coming out on all of them. So that is exciting. That means we made it past the hard part and they're gonna survive. A lot of the time with these tiny little baby seedlings, it's either they make it or they don't. I'll show you an example. For example, this one, I don't know if the root was too small or what happened, but it just dried out. Sometimes when they're too small, they're too fragile. There's another one. So I don't know. I was also confident about these foam collars because they're less than an inch. I think they're 3/4 of an inch thick, whereas these are an inch thick. So I thought the root would come out the bottom more and be better, but not so much. But that's okay because I got plenty more where that came from. I've got zinnia flowers we're going to leave in here until they're a little bit larger to get them outside. And then dahlias. I've never grown dahlias aeroponically. I want to get these outside, but there is a part of me that kind of just wants to leave it in the system and see what happens. I'm very curious how that would work. And I'm gonna, maybe I can propagate, maybe I can let them grow in the buckets and then start propagating and plant those outside. I'm not sure if that'll be possible. I know that I can, once the tuber develops, I can separate tubers and use some inside and use some outside, but that's something I will have to research. Guess I'm not planning on leaving the house this summer. I do not leave the house if I don't have to be honest. I have everything I need here. No, honestly, these days leaving the house is like stressful. People don't know how to drive. Everything's so expensive. I like to protect my peace and hang out in my tent and just chill out and take it easy, you know? Sometimes when you start, I don't know, I find that a lot of people go out just for a distraction. I don't need one because I like my life. So, yeah, it's all good. But yes, I'm not leaving the house this summer. Just today, I woke up, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have so much to do. There's so much to get ready. I have to set up the second bucket system and start thinking about what I want to grow in there. We talked about beets, corn. I've got my coffee seeds I've got to figure. Still got to figure out those sugar snap peas because I'm determined. The 40-year-old seeds that we tried to sprout. So there's a lot, and I talk really fast because my brain moves 10 times faster than my head does. So, sorry, my mouth moves 10 times faster than my brain does. So, anyways, so yeah, the Pulse Pro, um, to travel, vacation, weekend getaway, nah. I mean, yeah, sure, I can, and I do sometimes, but I really just enjoy my space so much that I don't feel like I need the escape. But yeah, guys, there it is. I probably am supposed to hang it a little bit lower. I think it's supposed to be kind of like maybe right here among where the plants are. And I don't know if I should put it in the middle of the buckets because it'll be right under the light. So I don't know if that's what's best. So I kind of have to figure out the best placement for it. I don't think this is the ideal placement, but I just want to see the reading on the app with all the data. And I was just curious. So I threw it there. But yeah, I did it maybe 10 minutes before I got on this live. It took me maybe 5 minutes to unbox and 5 minutes to set up the app and connect the Bluetooth. So we'll see how that goes for me. I'm going to definitely be talking about that a lot more in my lives and try to understand and make sense of all the information. I really want to grow strawberries indoors. Well, Spanish Dre, check this out. It's my strawberry plant. It's doing well. As soon as it's starting to produce runners, which it will soon, because look at those roots. As soon as it produces runners, I'm going to propagate those runners. And the goal is actually, the yellow tower's purpose is to be just filled with strawberries. Every plant port will be filled with strawberries. It'll be super easy because once the runners start to grow, you just put the runner. So let's say I have a strawberry plant in here, and it's got a runner. I can take the runner and put it in here and it'll root. If I either put hydroclay or a foam collar, it'll root. And then once it roots, then you can cut the runner and so on and so forth. Fill the tower with as many strawberry plants as I want. And I've got 80 plant ports in the tower. Let's say you have like, I don't know, a few strawberries per plant. That is a lot of strawberries, you guys. And they do have to be hand pollinated if you're doing them indoors. So that is something to consider. If you haven't grown things like cucumbers or strawberries indoors, you definitely have to hand pollinate. So keep that in mind, Dre. Working hard isn't a vacation unless in the tent. Exactly. I honestly, guys, I get lost in here. Seriously, I can just sit here all freaking day. There's so much to do. There's so much to learn, and there's so much to look at that I never get bored. And when I am out in either a social setting or trying to have fun outside of my regular responsibilities, I can't. I can't focus on anything because I'm just so obsessed with my tent. When I'm not around it, I think of it, and I think about my plants all the time. So I actually enjoy being home and hanging out and doing as much work as I can, whether it's in my outdoor garden or my indoor garden. I didn't know about strawberries. Thanks. Yeah. So every fruit or vegetable is different. Cucumbers have male flowers, which are the male flowers that grow all over the all over the plant. The female flowers are the ones that grow far and few between, and they actually grow out of the cucumber itself. So I'll just give you a closer look. So with the cucumber, this is a male flower. So the male to female ratio is crazy. So that's a male flower. You want to take the pollen from the male flower and move it to the female flower. This one is closed now, but it was open when the cucumber was a little baby. If you do not transfer the pollen from the male flower to the female flower, then this is what happens. It just shrivels up and dies. And so it's important to make sure you know what you're growing and the care required. There's tomatillo plants, people. They need to be cross-pollinated. So you need more than one plant. You can't take a cutting from the mother plant. It has to be two different plants, and you have to pollinate them with each other in order to get fruit. With strawberries, you don't need to pollinate each other. You just pollinate the flower itself. I believe it's similar to eggplant. Eggplant have both male and female parts within the same flower, but they're distant enough that you need to give it an extra hand so that pollen transfers from one part to the other. And I think it's the same with strawberries, if I'm not mistaken. But I'll definitely have to look into that more, because once mine starts flowering, I'm going to have to pollinate it. I'm currently a new grower, and I'm testing out growing tomatoes for my very first grow. Well, welcome, Brendan, and good luck to you. Hopefully, well, are you growing indoors or outdoors? If you're growing indoors, you may want to check out indeterminate varieties. They're awesome. They keep on growing and growing and growing. I've grown determinate varieties before, and it just feels like kind of a waste. You spend all this time, and then it just kind of blooms and produces once, it sets fruit one time, and then that's it. So up, Mr. Organics, thank you so much for hanging out. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, guys. Hope everyone had a great weekend. What did I do this weekend? I worked in the grow tent. I got all my flower starts and soil, did a lot of pruning. I deep cleaned, vacuuming, cleaning down all the surfaces, disinfecting things. Even though I should limit the use of chemicals or cleaning agents in the tent while plants are growing, I try my best to keep it as clean as possible in here, especially when you're growing indoors. It is so important to stay on top of your cleanliness, you guys. Indoors with an AC Infinity grow tent. Nice, Ben. Well, good luck to you. Maybe in the future, you'll be also looking into what I just got. I was just telling everybody, for those of you that just joined, I just set up my Pulse Pro. I have yet to start actually understanding how it works, but yeah, I'm very excited. I don't know if I have it positioned in the right spot, but we're going to learn all that as soon as I get off this live. That's why today's a short one, because I'm just going to focus on figuring that out. And then I've got some outdoor work to do, and I'm going to do that while it is still nice out. What's up, Les? I think I already said what's up, Les, but if I didn't, what's up? Thank you for joining. What's up, Aaron? Just chilling in my garden with all the plants. Spanish Dre, where are you from? Are you in Ontario? Because if you are, it's probably the first day that you get to chill outside with your plants. Les says, I'm under the weather today, but I'm here. Oh, well, thanks for being. Hope you feel better. It's probably from all the hot, cold temperatures. It makes people get sick, you know? But yeah, so today is going to be a Pulse Pro learning day. Dre's to grow indoors, and I'm in New York. Oh, nice. Cool. Well, good luck to you. That is what I do all day long. I hang out with my baby plants. What do you guys grow? If any of you guys grow that are watching, I'm curious. But yeah, so that is really what's new in the garden. I'm hopeful that my tomatoes will ripen soon so I can start trying them. As I've been talking to you guys previously in the last few lives, I'm trying to improve the quality and the flavor of the food that I'm growing, and not just be able to say, oh, I grew a tomato. It's got to be a good tomato, you know? The whole reason why I'm doing this is because produce from the grocery store freaking sucks. And it costs a fortune, and we're all being freaking poisoned, you guys, whether you want to believe it or not. Lots of pesticides, chemicals. There's just a lot of stuff, and that's what we do know. A lot of stuff that we don't know, and I don't want to know, because I'd rather just grow it myself. So that's where I'm at right now. And because I have this tent, I'm like, sure, I'll try flowers. Sure, maybe one day I'll try cannabis. But yeah, I kind of do it all and learn as much as I can and share it with guys. And if you guys have information or anything you think I should try or should be doing, please let me know, because it's all about learning and getting information, you guys. Surprised you can grow on a balcony. Yes. Yes, there's a lot of antibiotics in our food, a lot of steroids. Les was just telling they're starting to put mRNA in what they're watering the lettuce with or something, which is insane. Yeah, man. So I'm trying to take some control back and have some food sovereignty, you know, have control over what goes in my body. Because, you know, usually it won't affect you, like if you have one salad from the grocery store, but if you do that for like 60 years or for your whole life, and then people wake up one day and something's wrong with them and they wonder why, and it's like, it's because you've had years of an accumulation of crap in your body. And so it is a scary thing, you guys. It is a scary thing. So I try to be as clean as possible in my garden. Even things like, I'm asked a lot, what do you do for IPM? I don't. I don't spray anything if I can help it. I try to be as diligent as possible so that I don't need to spray. Finding Keepers is asking, do I have backup power? Yes. So I have battery packs up here that will hold the power in the tent. So there's two sides to the tent. That's one battery pack. That's the other one. This one I got to replace because the battery's getting low, but it's supposed to hold power for a couple of hours. So if the power were to go out, I have a contingency for a couple of hours. And then if the power were to really go out for several days, I have a generator. So we're covered in the grow tent. Can you imagine? That would suck. I know a lot of people that have lost power or whatever, and whether the plants make it or not, it's a gamble. So especially if this is going to be like a full-time thing where growing my own food and I can't waste it or I can't have any issues like that. It's too risky. So I definitely need to have contingencies in place. Especially lately, it seems like the power's been going on a lot. Where I'm at, they're just constantly building more and more and more. There's so much pressure on the grid that, well, I don't know if that's why, but I think that's why, because there's no other explanation. But just too many people, man, and too much pressure on the grid. So power goes out a lot, and that's why it's important that I plan accordingly. Tell me more about those batteries. Well, they're old and they're not super great. They hold, I don't even know how much I have plugged into it. I gotta look actually, I forget. I set this tent up a couple of years ago, but so the exhaust fan, the orange tower, the lights, the air purifier, the humidifier, uh, and these lights are all on this side, on this battery pack, and that holds a couple of hours. And then this one is like quite low, so it only lasts maybe half an hour, and I got to replace that one. But these lights are on it, the two towers, but this battery pack here on this side is maxed out. I can't plug anything else into it. I was actually hesitant to plug the Pulso because it can't take, well, it's already taking a big load, so I don't know if it's more. Um, it just says backups. It's called a UPS. Uh, Brand is APC. About it, I just know that they're supposed to hold the power just in case my power goes out, and I know that I need a new one. That's as much as I know. Yeah, it was just something that we added into the growth just to have, because you don't want to always power up a generator if the power is only going to be out for like an hour. So this is kind of a good in between, just in case something goes awry. I assume they're rechargeable. So they're no, actually, the battery depreciates after time, and you have to replace it. So they are after a while no longer rechargeable. So yeah, we'll have to replace that done. But other than that, probably get some more fans in here. So everything is run through the bank, and the bank is plugged into the power supply. Correct. That's correct. And then that way, when the power goes off, the battery's still on and everything's plugged into the battery. So nothing gets interrupted, nothing gets turned off. The battery will automatically power up, and then it'll hold some power for everything to until the battery obviously dies. And then if there's still no power, nothing happens. And then once the power comes back on, you just reset the battery so that it knows that it's plugged into power again, and then it starts pulling from the power source. But yeah, so obviously everything is a work in progress in here. There's more that I need to look into, more that I need in here. Even when I'm just standing here, I know that I turned off the fans and exhaust just so you guys can hear me better, but I definitely think that I need to move more air around in here. But it'll be interesting to see with the Pulse Pro what the environment is like in here. I need to change, if anything. Wouldn't it be awesome if I just power up and all the readings are perfect, that would be awesome. But that's in an ideal world. So yeah, other than that, you guys, I'm just looking at my kale over here. I'll show you what I'm staring at. It keeps catching my attention because I showed it to you guys yesterday, and since yesterday, it's grown quite a bit. So this is dinosaur slash Jacinto kale, and got some nice little roots there. It's looking good. This is so good to cook with, even stir fries or in a salad. Um, I love a good kale salad. So yeah, chopped is awesome, you guys. So yeah, that is really it. I'm gonna spend most of my afternoon kind of just reading up about the Pulse Pro. Comes in a nice little box. Just want to learn it, figure out how to understand everything. For example, VPD, I don't even know what that is. Like, I know it has to do with humidity and temperature, but I don't understand what it means. So how am I supposed to understand a reading if I don't understand you know what I'm saying? So just gonna work on working through that, figuring that out. For those of you that just joined, I got quite overwhelmed. Not to set it up. Setting it up was too easy. Just looking at the data, I'm like, uh, I don't know what anything means. So just started to get comfortable with gardening and aeroponics and figuring out my plants, getting to know the environment, all that fun stuff. Just when I thought I'm finally getting comfortable, I'm super comfortable now because I got to learn stuff that feels overwhelming to me, but that's okay. Being uncomfortable makes you grow, and that's what we're here for, right, you guys? So, yeah, that's gonna be my afternoon. But other than that, yeah, gonna just get my flower starts outside. I'm just trying to think about what else I need to do in here. Yeah, just that's it. Add more plants into the buckets and the towers today. Get everything filled up. I have to make water every 3 hours because I use a distiller, and the output is 4 liters every 3 hours. So, got to stay on top of that today. That's it, you guys. So, I'm going to do some more research on the Pulse Pro, and tomorrow's live, we'll take a closer look at it. We'll talk about it more, and I'll just kind of show you guys what it's all about. So, until then, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Happy Monday. I hope everyone has a wonderful start to their week, and enjoy the nice weather wherever you are, because I'm sure the sun is out somewhere, everywhere. I know it's out here today. I don't know about where you are at, but it's been a brutal couple of days, so I'm definitely going to enjoy it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.